So this is in regards to the newer 5.7 liter Hemi engines. These are the ones that are variable valve timing, and some of them, not all, have the cylinder deactivation in it. And one of the most common things, whether it's a complaint from a customer or whether it's something that I've ran into personally, is a tick. All right. Now, if you're lucky, and by this I mean very lucky, it's an exhaust leak. All right. It's a cheap fix, new gasket, throw the exhaust manifold back on, you're good to go. But rarely have I ran into that. Usually it's something a little bit more catastrophic than that. So with this engine right here, this came out of a 2011 Dodge Ram 1500 Laramie. Beautiful, beautiful truck, all right? And it had a tick. Right away, I was able to diagnose the tick coming from this cylinder on the intake valve, all right? So I pull the head off and I look, and I start the engine back up after I've pulled the valve cover off, and I noticed that the intake manifold, or the intake valve, wasn't moving nearly as far down as the rest of the intake valves on this side. And so right there, I immediately think, okay, this thing probably has a collapsed lifter, which is kind of common on these, all right? So I go and I take it apart, all right? And this is the thing that really got me, is the first thing I wanted to do is, after I pulled the lifter out, I noticed that it was scored. And so I decided I'm going to take the cam out, all right? And to take the cam out, you got to take the water pump off, you got to take the timing cover off, all that fun stuff, right? All right? This cam won't come out. And the reason why this cam won't come out is because the cam bushing on the back spun and wrapped around one of the lobes. And so it won't come out, all right? And Dodge hasn't made an update to fix that. So this block, for the most part, is toast, all right? I was able to get a good deal on a new block for $1,500 and actually ended up saving us quite a bit of money. So that's the first thing that happened, okay? So this bearing in the back went out. The cam was starting to move around. The intake wasn't moving enough. It caused a misfire code. Obviously, it makes sense. All right, we can put two and two together. This here is a 2012 Ram 2500. This one does not have the cylinder deactivation. All right, but obviously, it does have variable valve timing. So I'm thinking maybe we've got the same situation going on here, but instead of the lifter not traveling far enough, and the lifter was traveling far enough, the valve last was just fine. I go, and it's right here on cylinder number 1, and I pull this lifter out right here. I pull it out, and I notice that there's no issues with it. But the first thing that I noticed with this is valve hammering. Right there, that's the number 1 intake valve. And it's hammered to shit. All right, there's no doubt about that. And it's the same with the rocker. The rocker arm isn't as bad. All right. So in this instance, we have enough travel, all right, but due to machining or due to whatever, all right, at 108,000 miles, the valve tip started to get hammered. And so these are a couple of things I just wanted to share with you that you can look for when you have a ticky motor, all right? If you catch it soon enough, the valve costed me $8 from Mopar. The push rod costed like $11 from Mopar. And even though this lifter looked good and it hadn't collapsed, I'm going to be safe and I'm going to replace it anyways. I'm going to take this head in to the machine shop right now, have it checked out. Might as well, since we have it out, all right? Just if you're going to have your engine tore down this far, you might as well do things right. So there you go. I just wanted to share that with you. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for your time.